Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos. Well, okay, I'm always concerned about my bobble. Okay, she cried. I'm always concerned about my bobble. It's never quite where I want it to be. There you go. Honestly, the only time I look at a mirror or something like that is when I make these videos. There's a little screen in front of me showing me what I'm doing. I'm like, wow. Sometimes I go, wow, I look fantastic. Most of the time I do that. I have a very high opinion of myself, It's something I recommend for everybody. Have a high opinion of yourself because, you're the only one who really can be guaranteed that. But also, be honest as well, okay? So, be the type of person that you would have a high opinion of yourself. That's a good piece of advice. Look at that. Under a minute in, I've already given you life-changing advice. If that is enough to get you to like, share, and subscribe, I don't know what is. Well, I really don't know what is. We have a whole bunch of news to get. I'm recording this on December the 15th. I'm always a bit nervy because this goes out on Friday the 16th. So if any big news drops. Now, just so everybody should know, we should get this early. Apparently, Friday the 16th and Saturday the 17th, Ncuti is rumoured. Okay, Ncuti Gatwa is rumoured to be in costume, filming scenes for the new series of Doctor Who in 2024, I guess, or maybe it's a Christmas special. I don't know. Man, there's a good time to film for the Christmas special right now, isn't it? Because you don't have to do any set dressing. It's all done for set dressing. Location dressing, right? It's all done for you. So that might be happening, right? I think it probably is. Russell D. Davis has told us, right, in Doctor Who magazine that Ncuti Gatwa will be doing location filming. You might have seen it by the time this magazine comes out. They said in that last column, 16th and 17th, that's Friday and Saturday. Let's find out, right? That'll be exciting, man. That will be an exciting way to, I think the year ends essentially at the end of the year, at the end of this week. This is where everybody takes time off. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of news to get to. Like, share, subscribe. If any big new news does drop, I'm going to I guess I'll put an insert in or make another little video. I don't know, or dare dream. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very, very good. Thank you very much. Follow me on what was it? Instagram. I'll try to remember. What's the name of one of the biggest information portals in the history of man? Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Just follow my Instagram. And may I say, my Instagram is mwah. It is wonderful. It is fantastic. It just makes you feel all warm and Christmassy just by following it. Of course, results may vary, as we know. So follow me on Instagram. Sign up my Substack. That's in the video notes. That's my email newsletter. I give out a bunch of extra stuff on that. Like a bunch of extra stuff. I mean, it's free as well. I mean, again, that's very good. I give out a bunch of extra stuff on that. So like Doctor Who magazine articles, old out of print books. Not that old out of print books, actually. I've been doing last week I put out the Short Trips Christmas Repository, as PDFs. Honestly, why Big Finish didn't record a whole Doctor Who Christmas short trips release, I don't know. They have everything written. It's all ready to go. You just got to get something to read it. That would probably sell, right? Although I have to say, I am very much enjoying the War Master Escape from Reality box set, because they got a Sherlock Holmesy episode in episode 3, which always feels very Christmassy to me, right? Sherlock Holmes is very, very tied to Christmas. I guess it's because those great Jeremy Brett Christmas specials, The Sign of Four, Hound of the Baskervilles. For me, that's just it's not Christmas without a bit of Sherlock. I even like the Runaway, not the Runaway Bride. The Abominable Bride. I like The Runaway Bride too. I like Christmas. I like Doctor Who. I like Sherlock Holmes. That's just me for you. Right. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are Fandom, double dozy. Thank you very much. I covered everything. Substack, Instagram. Yeah, okay, good. Let's go on to some news stories. So the first news story is a rumour story, not a news story. So last week, the leaked pictures of the set of the new Tardis set drop, which made people very angry, right? Who work on the designer made him very, very angry because it wasn't in any way, shape, or reality designed to be viewed. You couldn't really see what was going on. It seemed very stark, very white. It seemed like This might be like the undercoat, as it were, and they're going to like dress up, or they're going for a whole different. So, a 3D artist named Harry Amat, I believe. You can find him on Twitter. By the way, somebody. This is why I like you to comment. Really, 100%. This is why I like you to comment. Somebody in the comments said I really should be crediting people when I use their TARDISes in the background, things like that. And they were. I can't remember who you were, right? But you are absolutely right, and I do thank you for that criticism, because you're right. So we have this 3D artist made a rendering from the leak, so you can get a better idea from it here. Doink. So this artist is called. You find him on twitter.com/Harry A. Matt. That's HARRYAMATT. I'll make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. So yeah, look, this does look like a finished version of the TARDIS leak that I saw. Assuming they're not going to do anything more to it, but yeah, very stark, very white. I hope they have some handrails there, because also there seems to be a lot of wheelchair accessibility, which I'm assuming is going to be part of the set. So that might be the new TARDIS set. Although this will be the shooting up with TARDIS set. If this leak, as I said this last week, if this leak happened, because they were just putting the set together for the record season 14 and shooting up with stuff. That means the David Tennant stuff had to take place. The stuff inside a TARDIS, right, had to take place on a different TARDIS set. Which TARDIS set do you think it'll be? It's not Jodie's, because practical reason, the Jodie Doctor Who did very badly. Everybody hated the Jodie Doctor Who, apart from a few handful of weirdos that lived on Twitter, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Man, those people that live on Twitter, they are having a rough time, right? They are having a rough time now. Elon Musk is making their lives a living nightmare by not letting them have a complete control of the narrative. Yeah, they are having a rough time. Oh man, I just forgot I was going to do something. There's been a little bit popping on my videos recently. I've been meaning to put a sock. Somebody says put a sock over your microphone. That should stop that happening. I forgot to do that this morning. I'm not taking the sock off my foot. I don't want to infect my my microphone with athlete foot. That would be a bit gross. Really? That would be not nice. Anyway. So yeah, is that the TARDIS set? It could be. Could be something like that. Could be along there. But I wanted you to have it, and I didn't want to share something, man. A leak, and I don't have the official BBC announcement. But that rendering looks great. Go over, follow him on Twitter. He's very good, right? He's very, very talented. This guy, Harry Amat. If that's how I'm pronouncing your name, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, I apologize. Apologies is what the next story is all about. Well, not really, right? Not really. John Barrowman is not having a good time of it, right? John Barrowman has had a rough time because he's been bullied relentlessly by toxic Doctor Who fandom, and boy, they're so toxic. They are just so toxic, so disgusting. I could have made a whole video just pulling up their tweets and just seeing how disgustingly toxic this horrible little group is that came in with Jodie Whittaker. Basically, I've said the story like a gazillion times, right? Literally a gazillion. Well, not literally, figuratively, a gazillion times, right? Noel Clarke was the target of a hit piece, in my opinion, right? Noel Clarke was. This journalist had there's a lot of people who didn't like Noel Clarke, right? A lot of people don't like, and it's kind of common in the entertainment industry when somebody is successful and working class. I don't really think it's about skin color. I think it's about class, right? So I think we have like the public school intelligentsia that run the BBC, and they look at somebody like Noel Clarke and go, ew, he's not one of us. He's a bit masculine. I mean, just the age we live in. So he was a target of, I think, a targeted attack using the Guardian as the cat's paw, as it were. And they published this article with absolutely no verification whatsoever. Yeah, the journalist went round. She got together a group of women who had worked with Noel Clarke in the past and didn't like him, right? Did not like him. It seems to be the main one had a financial claim on him rather than anything else. And there was another woman who accused him of secretly recording a nude audition, which he says is nonsense. The casting director was also in the room at the time of this audition, who also says it's nonsense. So all these claims just didn't amount to anything whatsoever, right? But toxic Doctor Who fandom, they love a witch hunt, right? But believe me, if this was like the 1800s in America, they will be standing around a tree seeing a black man being hung, and then they will cluck how virtuous they are. Like, gotta clean up the world. I mean, that is those people, right? They are the same damn people. They're the same damn people. It's a lot like the Salem witch trials, right? Where you had a bunch of kids just playing around and enjoying their power, right? Ending people's lives. Then it's all about money. It's all about property rights. Salem witch trials. Oh God, it's all so disgusting, isn't it? Anyway, so that was Noel Clarke. Then some, I think it was probably coordinated. Somebody released a video from a convention about 10 years earlier, where he was talking about John Barrowman, and John Barrowman, was apt for some tomfoolery behind the scenes, essentially taking his dick out a lot, right? A lot, waggling around. My opinion, and now, so the toxic Doctor Who fandom, they, I think they have. The only things they probably own are pearls, because they clutch their pearls. Oh, mercy me! Oh, he exposed himself. So, for me to say there's a crime, there needs to be a victim, right? If there's no victim, there was no crime. It seems to be everybody involved in this found it somewhat delightful. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're in your workplace, you're working in your office, and your colleague gets his dick out and starts waving it around, that's going to be a bit... You go to HR and say, look, mate, you got to keep your dick in your pants, right? John Barrowman comes from a different universe, right? Comes from the theatre universe, which, look... have you ever seen the TV show It's a Sin? Because it's freaking awesome, right? And it shows very much what like gay life was like in the early 80s of America, of England. A little bit America as well. Neil Patrick Harris was in it. And there was this complete unrestrained sexuality going on. People having sex all the time with everyone, right? And people being very, very open about their bodies. So I think not that attitude completely, but certainly some of that attitude has seeped in to the theatre world, because it's a lot of gay people involved, right? The stereotypes are true. Jews make good accountants, right? Gay people like show tunes. The stereotypes, not universally true, but are basically true, right? So there's a lot of gay lifestyle in the theatre world. People are very, very free with their bodies, especially when you got to do these quick changes back scene. There's no modesty, right? There's no modesty. John Barrowman strikes me as a person who thrives on making people smile, making people happy. That's why I think he's such an incredible showman, right? Incredible showman. And these, so this video of him, of Noel Clarke was shared, talking about how he would get his dick out often, and Camille Kaduri was there, and she was saying it was funny. Eve Miles said it was funny. We got lots of videos of David Tennant, Catherine Tate. Everybody involved knew about it and found it funny, right? It was a laugh. But it was not appropriate. HR spoke to him and he said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And he apologized. Several years later, he apologized. These evil pieces of filth. Again, it's toxic Doctor Who fandom. These evil pieces of filth. One of them calls themselves BBC. They put BBC at the front of their Twitter name. BBC Bill Who or something. I can't remember his name. But they're just vile, right? So firstly, they dogpiled him, saying, "This is disgusting! You're a sexual pervert, attacking people, making me, you're evil!" Right? This crushed John Barrowman. This absolutely crushed John Barrowman, and I believe because they're the same kind of toxic pieces of crap in Doctor Who fandom were the same toxic pieces of crap in the management of the BBC, because the BBC summarily cancelled John Barrowman. No more Captain Jack, right? He was in the middle of he'd written a Captain Jack graphic novel after saving their bloody ass, right? With their dire sodding ratings, with Jodie sodding Whittaker, who was an absolute failure. After saving their ass, right? Writing a graphic novel, they pulled that. BBC, I think BBC. Big Finish had a release. Was it with David Tennant and John Barrowman? They pulled that, and I think the BBC did. I have no confirmation, but I think the BBC were very, very close to pulling all the John Barrowman stuff at Big Finish, right? I think they were lucky to manage to keep what they have. That's my guess, right? That's my guess. This crushed John Barrowman. This caused genuine mental illness, and I understand why. He lives to make people happy, and now he's being bullied by these absolute relentlessly lying scum, right? Relentlessly lying. So something happened with John Barrowman over the last week or so. He put out a thing on Twitter and on Instagram saying he's having a really rough time right now. I had no idea what was going on. Then shortly thereafter, there was a clip of Eve Miles talking about how much fun it was to make Torchwood with John Barrowman. And we're going to read the article, and John Barrowman threw some shade on that. Again, got swarmed by these evil, toxic pieces of filth. And ended up deleting his Twitter account, right? So what I think is a reasonable guess, and it seems a bit weird, but it's something is a reasonable guess, is that Big Finish, they pay for the Torchwood license. They need to do something with it, and they have no idea what to do without John Barrowman, and I don't think they can use John Barrowman. So they somehow worked out to reboot Torchwood, led by Eve Miles. Quite a good idea, I think, right? So I'm thinking possibly John Barrowman was very, very, very hurt. They're moving forward with like full cast season of Torchwood without him. I think that may have really hurt him, and I think that might have led to this this tweet and his it's spiraled down. But man, again, this story is more about the toxic Doctor Who fandom that have now made the national bloody press by hounding a beloved national treasure. John Barrowman is a national bloody treasure, and he is a beloved national treasure, too close to suicide, right? So now they're all feeling a little bit bad, and they keep going on there. Well, if he would just apologise for what he did was wrong. What they're really saying is this: they're saying, validate me, then it's not my fault. Validate me, That's exactly the only thing they're saying, all right? And that screaming has led to a sensitive and loving man living in a nightmare. Well, they want absolute scum, okay? They are absolute scum. Fine, so let's read how this absolute scum moved on. Moved into the national press. John Barrowman deletes his Twitter hours after being slammed by fans. Cunts, I think is the word you're looking for accusing Torchwood co-star of spewing rhetoric. And again, look, John, it's that probably wasn't your best move. Generally speaking, your best move is to keep things quiet. But what can I tell you? Look, there's an expression, drama queen, right? John Barrowman is very, very gay, right? Which means show tunes, maybe a bit drama queen-y. I don't know. I never met him. My impression is he's a lovely person, right? Like, my impression genuinely is he's a gregarious, lovely person who loves to make you laugh and loves to make you smile. And I think that's what really, really drives him. Yeah, I say it's the sort of person I can imagine who will be good at parenting. So yeah, look, I have a lot of love for John Barrowman. Don't get me wrong here. John Barrowman has appeared to have deleted his Twitter account several hours after fans slammed him for leaving a comment accusing Torchwood co-star Eve Miles of spewing rhetoric. Right, when she said how great it was and she wouldn't have it any other way. Again, I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. None of us knows what's going on. I know that he's not very happy, right? I know he's not very happy. They're having a rough time. John, if you can hear this, I love you, mate. I absolutely love you. We all love you. You're a good person, right? Don't listen to these evil, evil people. Again, if you're a black man, you'll be dangling from and it was the 1890s in America, you'll be dangling from a damn rope, and they'll all be standing around smugly laughing about how good they are. That's exactly who they are. Right? All these anti-racists, right? Oh, we gotta be kind. Let's kill the gay! Oh, we gotta be kind. I mean, like... It's so weird. I mean, I don't understand how these people go through life with these deep inconsistencies. I guess you just don't think about it, right? Or you've learned not to be questioned on it. I guess that's why they like Twitter, because it was a safe space for them. Oh, thank you, Elon Musk, making it a egalitarian space. The actor who appeared with actress in the Doctor Who spin-off from 2006-2011 responded to a video showing the pair gushing about how much they care for one another, with fans quickly claiming he should have reached out to her privately. Again, it's a fair critic. Well, here's the thing. There's this there's an idea in Judaism, quite a strong Jewish law, which people generally speaking ignore, which is rechilut, right? Rechilut is demonizing other people, right? When you go, hey, and if you're telling the truth, right? If you're someone who's done something and you're saying something to demonize them, telling the truth, you are still violating this law. I mean, that's how kind of serious it is. Even more so, this is very disingenuous and twisting of reality. But again, these people are evil scum. I don't know how I can say it any bloody clearer. They are evil, evil, nasty scum. He should. John, it was a lot worse than that. John's comments also came after he was forced to apologise in May 2021 in response to his claims of historical claims of inappropriate behaviour. It's not a claim, it happened. Okay, when everybody says it happened, right? It happened. I mean, is the World Cup going on right? Actually, I don't know. Is the World Cup going on? Does it finish yet? Is the World Cup going on right? How do we know? It happened. We all saw it. Don't believe your lying eyes. On the set of Talk Show, an admission that led him to being dropped from Dancing on Ice. No, it's these toxic fan cunts, okay? And I bet that was like a knife through his heart. On Tuesday, one Eagle Eye fan noticed that he had appeared saying, hold up, what happened to John Barrowman's account? One other user shared a screenshot of his last post, which was a reply to a fan who shared a video of himself and he gushing about how much they care for each other. The reply was deleted along with the account, but has already been reposted by a Doctor Who fan account. Yeah, look, I mean, I don't know. You just reacted, right? You just reacted. My hope is I just hope he's doing well, right? I hope he's doing well. It read, one is telling truth, the other one is spewing rhetoric for an audience. Right. John's reply then sparked a flurry of comment from users slamming him for his outrage publicly, insisted that he should have reached out for No. They are insincere, disingenuous cunts looking for a reason, looking for any reason whatsoever to validate themselves for their hatred, which is what they're going. This is what they're doing. They're like, validate me, apologize, and say I'm not a bad person for being a hateful cunt. Ah! That's their voice. That's the voice of it. Everything they say, that's what they're saying. I think you should talk privately these Eric grievances you have together. Another added to say that about email. It was the final straw. Really, what other straws were there? I don't know of any. I just know a lot of shit that was made up by evil people like you. Publicly digging at someone you used to call a friend isn't clever, says Toby. Okay, fine. We're just seeing some of these ones. I don't know what's going on. Please don't do this. Putting something. Okay, I understand. Ollie says, to say that about Eve Miles was really the final straw. Sadly, things like that should be kept private. Fine. What other straws were there, Ollie? Yeah, what other straws were there? I don't know of any, and neither do you. Can you show me any victims from his alleged crimes? No, you can't, can you? And that's the thing that always slows you people down, isn't it? Then I'm a Celebrity star, played the role in as the Immortal Time Agent. Fine, yeah. Talk about Torchwood. Yeah, we know Torchwood existed. Well, I've made up my mind, and it was it. In 2016, Eve announced that she was saying goodbye to Gwen, tweeting, "Well, I've made up my mind," and GC, Gwen Cripp's laid to rest. Thanks, guys, for living, hating her, night. Well, they bought another actress to pay her, right? Called Not Gwen. They called the character Not Gwen. It was a replacement, and she sounded exactly like her. So, okay, I don't know. It came after John faced a backlash last year this was going for years. When he exposed themselves on set in 2005. Again, these people are just evil. Barron described his past actions as silly behavior and insisted he would never do it now after previously admitting to tomfoolery on set. Again, they sung about it at the rap party of Doctor Who. 2005, he explained, I think if it was now, it would be crossing a line. I think it was something that happened 15 years ago. It was bawdy behavior, silly behavior, nowhere near as disgusting and disingenuous as the toxic Doctor Who fans who have made the national fucking press because they're so evil. It was being done in the confines of the set, and we were like a family working together. The fact that it was stories that I've already told, I've been telling for years, I haven't hidden anything. This is true. They have been exaggerated. They tried to turn them into sexual harassment, which they absolutely weren't, right? Absolutely weren't. And I tell you, one of the most debilitating things ever is a mob of people taking a germ of truth, twisting it completely, and lying about you, saying you're the absolute opposite of who you are, right? Sexual harassment? No, it's disgusting. I say the most egregious insult I have ever had in my life is when we had this religious official who I thought was a wrong 'un, right? I thought was a wrong 'un, and was not keeping to Jewish law, right? And because I said that broke a massive social taboo, right? And basically that was one of his last things against me. He ran around again violating Jewish law completely. I told you the thing about Rechilot, right? To saying I was a bully. Like, no, standing up against bullies isn't being a bully, right? And saying this is the Jewish law, we should ask somebody to keep it. So an independent third party, if this should apply here, which is basically what happened, isn't bullying. It was the most egregious insult of mine because it is the absolute opposite of who I am. Yeah, look, I get it. I'm a powerful person, right? People do kind of get scared when I get riled, but I've never ever bullied. I mean. I did when I was young and I regretted it, right? I haven't done it for like 40 years, okay? So I've never... So I can understand where John Barrowman's coming from completely. Calling him a sexual abuser, right? Which is the antithesis of who he is. I can understand why it affected him so deeply, right? It was released by the Guardian newspaper, which had investigated Clark's behavior on set. That article was a hit piece. It's been debunked. It was by, again, evil, toxic people with agendas, right? So always ask yourself, know what you know. So anyway, look, John Barrowman, we could go read this forever. I hope you're doing well. I do hope you're doing well. I'm very sorry that this has been happening to you. It's just not, in my opinion, not very nice and not warranted at all. But a lot of people are saying I'm not warranted. It was our next story over here. BritBox, Doctor Who leaving UK BritBox on December 25th. Really? I mean, that's a bit of a Christmas present. Hey, Timmy, what do you want for Christmas? How about I take away all your toys instead? Leaving BritBox in the UK on the 25th. Doctor Who Classic, Doctor Who: An Adventure in Time and Space. Fantastic. Doctor Who Revisited. No idea. Doctor Who K-Line Company's special 1981. is anybody going to notice? Really? K9. Have you ever seen the titles of that? It's awful. It's just awful. K9. I can't believe that it even got made. I hope this is just a renewal lapse thing. It's more than likely, Doctor Who is on all the promotional stuff, I think. Thing is, if forced to join ITVX, we will lose our watch list, which is a right pain. So, was it responding to that? Somebody pointed out that the reason that ITVX has Doctor Who is they license it from BritBox. Apparently, again, this is all he said, she said. But they license it from BritBox, which means it will be going from both those places. But that's the theory. If it does, somebody let me know. If it doesn't, somebody let me know. I guess we'll find out. But my guess is this is if this is all true, right? Is this happening? I hope it's going to move over to iPlayer in the UK. And I think they're building out a Doctor Who. It seems to me they're building out a Doctor Who channel, a Doctor Who hub on iPlayer. That's why they put Sarah Jane Adventures up. And I think they're going to get it sorted out on iPlayer, then mirror it over on Disney Plus when November next year, right? Whenever it launches. But get yourself physical media, mate. Physical media that's the way to go. Speaking of physical media, we have a bizarre tie-in right now, like a bizarre tie-in. A bit of Peter Purves action. What's the bizarre tie-in? Well, on a personal note, of great excitement to me. Look what arrived yesterday! Oh, yes, the Doctor Who Season 2 Blu-ray, and it is gorgeous. If you want to see an unboxing, I'm doing it on my live stream tonight, which will be yesterday for you. I'll probably cut it out and make it into its own video. But this is where Stephen Taylor's introduced, of course, the wonderful Peter Purves. Peter Purves, Blue Peter legend, receives a university fellowship, and good for you. I like Peter Purves a lot. Okay, I like Peter Purves a lot, and that's why, because I was just watching the documentaries with him last night. Yeah, he just seems such a good, decent person, right? Who's had a very interesting life. Stephen Taylor's a great character. I forgot how comic book handsome he is with that lantern jaw. And then this is what I grew up. John. Oh, that's Valerie Singleton. I had a bit of Leslie Judd action. So I was so young. I don't have sexual fantasies of Leslie Judd, right? That only kicked in with Sarah Green. Okay, what year was Sarah Green? Okay, Sarah Green, Blue Peter. What year was she on Blue Peter? Oh, was it Swap Shot? It was, when was it? It was the Wikipedia. Was it Swap Shot? Because on Swap Shot, she wore a sexy Santa outfit this time of the year. I was like, whoa! When was she on Blue Peter? Film. What year was this? 88? No, before then. She first appeared January 1980, right? And then she moved to only 22. Wow, she was married to Mike Smith. Okay, lots of things I didn't know. Okay, I digress. Yeah, excuse me. I took a little, aside to work out the etymology of my personal spank bank. Spank bank, by the way, that's a great expression which I use a lot. Blue Peter legend Peter Purves has said he is thrilled to receive an honorary fellowship to the University of Central Lancashire. Well, I guess you take what you can get. He was born in New Leighton, educated in Blackpool, the 83-year-old presenter. President show for nearly 11 years. Yeah, he was out of work for like 3 years after Doctor Who. I felt really, he talked about that a lot. His companion chronicles are absolutely excellent, which are like shorter stories that you read. And he really does a great heart and all. It's not impersonation. It's a performance. Really good. Where are we up to? He felt like it's coming. His love for Doctor Who let him take a part in the recent award-winning UC Lamb project, which saw students and staff remake the Lost 96 Mission Unknown. That's where it came from. That is fantastic. right? Mission Unknown. It was the First Doctor story without the First Doctor in, as a prelude to the Dalek Master Plan. I wish they would keep on doing this. Like, can't they make that with Dave Bradley? Look, here's my suggestion. Remake Marco Polo with Dave Bradley. Then you can release season 1, right? Then you have a season 1 box set, for Doctor Who. And you can crowdsource it. You can this will be a really easy thing to sell. Essentially, do a crowdfunding thing. The only way you get to see it is if you back the campaign, and then they gift it to the BBC afterwards for them to commercial release. And you can have different levels of. You can either just get the download, you could get a DVD, you could go on set. You could be there for recording. You have exclusive. There's so many things. Again, it's my Jewy soul going, oh, we can sell so many things, and it really is. Okay, it breaks my heart they're not doing that. So here's a fabulous media department. I'm so thrilled they're honouring. Yeah, this was great. If you haven't, it's on YouTube. It's really good. Their Mission Unknown. It's a strong recommend. So okay, so he got a degree. Purvis receives at the award from University Chancellor Ranveer Singh. I thought she was some British politician. He said the theme. He said the theme tune used to fill me with horror when I was on the show when I first started. What, Blue Peter? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I think it was the very first program I did when I heard the music, and I wish I hadn't signed the contract. He joked. Dude, money's money, baby. We had a day's rehearsal, but you'll get used to it. It took me about 6 months, and then I liked it so much I stayed. You were great, mate. You were fantastic. Look at that 70s hair. Apparently he was in The Saint, Dixon or Doc Green. 46 episodes of Doctor Who. Joined John Oakes, Valerie and Valerie Singleton. Anyway, yeah. So congratulations, Peter Purvis. I think very, very well deserved. Next year we have new merch coming out. Doctor Who Lost in Time mobile game. Firstly, I never get any of these things, right? It just doesn't look very good or entertaining. But I don't understand why does it have all this Jodie iconography on it? This is no. Okay. I understand. Why don't you just burn your money, okay? Just take your money and burn it. You're not going to make any money out of this, okay? And if you do, good luck for you. In 2020, Eastside Games will release Doctor Who Lost in Time, an idle game where players explore time and space collecting energy to save the universe. Yeah, this just looks boring to me, okay? It looks boring. Yeah, $5. Yeah, good luck with that, I guess. Piece of merchandise I am looking forward to for next year is this one over here. This is a lovely, lovely idea. So since for a good number of years, I can't remember how many years we've been doing it, Tim Treloar has been voicing the Third Doctor on Big Finish. People go, oh my God, what a travesty, right? He's very good. Okay, it's not an exact impersonation. It's a performance that feels like the Third Doctor. And honestly, I found them all to be different degrees of excellent. They are occasionally, they get a bit modern day-ish, right? But generally speaking, I find these to be absolutely excellent. So the next one coming out in February 2023 is Jo Jones. So the Jo Jones that we knew, we've seen Jo Grant as she's got older. That episode she was in Sarah Jane Adventures, and whenever you see Jo Jones, your heart just melts, right? Because she's such a wonderful character. It's the exact same character she was in the 70s, still full of love, but now lived an incredible life, has had children and grandchildren, and is a different person, but has always just loved the Third Doctor, right? Absolutely just loved him. And now they get to meet up again at the end of her life. I think it's a lovely idea, right? I cannot wait for this. The Third Doctor and his much-loved former companion embark on new adventures together and brand new audio book set for 2023. I am so buying this, right? I am so buying this. even though it's got something by Lizzie Oakland. And look, I'm nothing against her, but every time I listen to, a lot of times I listen to something that she's done, I go, oh, that was boring. God, I can't wait to get on to the next one. But yeah, I am very much Matt Fitton, Felicia Barker. I think she's the new. I haven't heard her before. And Lizzie Oakland. Lizzie Oakland is actually quite good at doing like emotional stuff. So it might be, it might not be bad, but I love this idea. Ranging from bird attacks on the Isle of Wight to political unrest in a repressive regime looking to robotically control all elements of risk. That sounds like, the Western world right now. And then to a haunted dock under an alien curse. The Doctor is reunited with Jo Jones, sending off to on another trip around the universe. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Yeah, this sounds like a genuinely lovely idea, right? Really, really lovely idea. You know who everybody loves? Talking about loves, we all love a bit of David Tennant. Do you remember last year? This time last year we had Around the World in 8 Days, which I really liked. When's the next season of that? I really genuinely like that. See, to me, that is very, very Christmassy. Having like great shows like that. So his next show, he doesn't look quite as good, right? Oh no, this is the wrong thing. This is the wrong story. Yeah, we'll go back to Chris Boucher in a second because it's a sad story. No, not that one over there. Where is this? There you go. This is David Tennant in his new show called Litvinenko, which is he plays some kind of Russian that was poisoned to death. Okay, and that's him dying. I imagine it'll still rather be quite good. When's it coming? It's coming on Amazon. Does it say when it's coming out? The story continues. Just tell me when it's out. All episodes of Living Code will debut tomorrow. Oh, when this comes out, and December 16th, on AMC Plus and Sundance Now. When can you get it in the UK? I don't know, but maybe over Christmas. So sad news, right? Yeah, that's good. Sad news. We are mourning the death of the incredible Chris Boucher. I'm going to be talking about this again on my live stream with hopefully if I have time tonight, right? Chris Boucher is one of my favorite writers. Absolutely, I love. One of my favorite stories is Face of Evil. Robots of Death is also fantastic. I love the work he did on Blake 7. He was always my favorite episodes of Blake 7. I love Star Cops as well, right? I wish he produced it, like I wish he did, but that was killed off. Chris Boucher is a relentless talent, right? His Blake 7 stuff is incredible. So yeah, he passed away recently. Tributes flooded in via social media the death of Doctor Who writer Chris Boucher, who died age 79. And I was just watching, what was it, Robots of Death, episode 3, and then that's when I found out. So I then turned it off. Fans of Doctor Who and BBC science fiction series Blake 7 mourn the loss of Chris Boucher, who died at age 79. The prolific writer penned 3 stories for their iconic British TV series, 2 Awesome One. Which aired in 197. What? With Tom Baker playing the Time Lord. What? No, 1970. What year was it? Season 14, 77, I guess. Right? Maybe. 14 plus 63, 77. Maybe. 13 episodes and he then later was drafted to become script editor of Blake 7, a British science fiction television program produced by the BBC. 13 episode series were produced between 78 and 81, and Chris Boucher wrote 9 of them, and they're all good, right? They're all these really great episodes. He also did Bergerac, Juliet Bravo, Star Cops. As I said, very, very sad. We love you, Chris. We love you. Sorry to see you go. Fine. Let's end up with a nicer story. What we got here? Over here. Now, again, the drawback of having an insanely attractive young lady in Doctor Who is you see her a lot in the newspaper. So there was a story last week with and it was such a misleading headline. Said, yeah, Millie Gibson looks chic, and she turns head in a chic white coat as she does Christmas shopping, and it just looked like a woman shopping, right? There was nothing chic about it. Even Millie Gibson didn't look chic, but now she's gone out for dinner with people that she knows, right? And she still looks fantastic, right? Still looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, look, it's just normal people out for dinner, but she's famous and she's hot, and they're having that. Okay, am I crazy? Does that turn me on? That turns me on more than that, okay? That looks like a damn good pasta, if I may say so. So there you go. Are you having pasta? Are you having any Alfredo? Man, that looks so nice. Where's that pasta place? I want to go there. I mean, it's probably not kosher. But there you go. There's always time for a bit more Millie Gibson. That's what I say. There's always time for a bit more Millie Gibson. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell, baby. Ring that little bell. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. And subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.